is a strong, strong community. I tell you guys that much. There's so many blue check marks in here, though. It's insane. Dom, I bet you they didn't pay for theirs.
Who paid for theirs?
Oh yeah, Jess brought up. Hold on, guys. Jess brought up a good point. Shout out Jess, currently in the stands listening. Jess, I can't see you, but you're obviously here. Stacy, be sure to, if you can, send a personal invite to Dave and Akeem through DM.
Oh yeah, that's a good way to do it.
Yeah, shout out
just
Jess.
Send it through. Just send it through messages.
That's a good one. What about the Sheep team? I mean, oh man, it's gonna be hard to find them, I guess. Well, while we wait, hey Dom, what have you given up to this week? What have been some of the plays that you've been hearing about? Some information.
Shiba and more Shiba.
That was the perfect answer to that question.
Yeah, I'm a Sheep Maxi.
You're a Sheep Maxi, okay, all right. I will continue to
Dom, that's a cool background you got there, Dom. Cool background, cool header.
Thanks, bro. Jess made it for me.
Our Jess?
Yeah.
Oh,
Jess,
now I see Jess. Now she's finally loaded in for me. I see her on my screen now.
Oh, she was hiding from you, Forte, for reasons.
Yeah, I tend to get that a lot, but it is what it is. Stace, it's definitely overwhelming. You probably got over like 300 requests and whatnot. If you can, invite them once again. Copy and paste the space, send it to them. If you've already done that, Stace, you can go under the list of invites you've sent and cancel it, and then send it again. That should work. Dom, do you see the ship team or no? Dave's here. Okay, so we got that.
Yeah, Dave's here. Make Dave co-host, and then he can send them.
What's up, Dave?
What's going on? Welcome, everybody. Holy smokes, everybody's here.
Yep.
Right? Dave, getting on this AMA was harder than going across the Long Island Expressway.
Yeah, I honestly thought, like, I didn't even say a word yet, and I already thought I was thrown out. I was like, shit, man.
Yeah, Dave, me and Dom made plans ahead of time to jump in right before this came. I had joined the space. There's already 1,200 people here. We were literally on the phone talking about Sheeb and how we're going to plan out the CMA, and then I was like, man, we got to go before we get not allowed to join the space.
Listen, this was something that, both sides, G Media team was trying to get the Sheep team to go ahead and do this AMA, and we finally connected. Schedules freed up, and now we have this, and hopefully the audience enjoys the questions that we will pose to the Sheep team tonight. Get to know them a little bit better.
Well said, Dave. Dave, if you can, please bring up Akeem. I don't know if you guys can see him, but I can.
I got
personal invites.
Okay.
Yeah, just send them an invite through the messages.
Okay. Yeah. So this quote unquote technical difficulty is definitely because of the Sheep Army and how strong the army is. So shout out to you guys for being as strong as this.
Yeah,
guys,
I gotta give a shout out to the Sheep Army, man. We were trending, I guess, in every single country at this point. Like when I look, like every time I opened up Twitter, it was just like trending. And like shout outs to you guys. Hell of an army, man. I gotta say, good for you guys, man.
Guys, once again, before we start this up, thank you for your patience. Be sure to tweet out the space, #ShibAMA. Let's see if we can get over, 24,000 tweets, as David just mentioned. And we will do a Q&A with the community at the end of the space, and we appreciate you guys for, your patience in advance. Please, no questions related to price or price prediction. That's not professional by any means, and please only professional questions when being brought up at the end.
This is good for the entire space to have a chat like this. There were many platforms, or I would say there were many spaces that wanted to bring in the entire community, and they failed because it was just like, hey, let's go ahead and break a record, rather than, hey, let's come to the table and discuss cryptocurrency and blockchain technology. So I hope that when everybody walks away from this, we walk away with something in some way you were educated on Shiba and what they're trying to do in this space.
Guys, can I get some hundreds in the? I know it's a bit delayed. Can I get some hundreds in the stands from the listeners? If you guys think we're gonna break Twitter tonight, throw hundreds up. Throw hundreds up. It's a bit delayed, but I'll keep scrolling. Throw hundreds up if you believe we're gonna break Twitter tonight with the space, all because of you guys.
Honestly, like I can see Jack and Dorsey saying like, "Yo, let's cut this room off."
Well, Dave, I actually did hear that. That Jack Dorsey actually did leave Twitter because he knew we were having this space, and he knew that he was going to be held responsible for the crash because of Shiba Army.
Hey, Stacy, make sure your phone is on the charger, please. I see what the bar sim saying.
Man, I guess the room has to settle because the amount of people trying to come in is ridiculous.
Dave, if you can, Queenie's also listening. If you can, Dave, just please check Telegram. Queen is here. If you can bring her up. I can't see her.
I don't see her.
Can you DM it to her specifically?
Yeah, DM it to her or click on the people down at the bottom and then go to invite speaker and do it that way, or you have to search the whole list and you don't want to do that.
While we do this, again, we appreciate your patience. Obviously, there's like a billion people in this room, and like to find somebody, it's just like, it's where's Waldo right now?
Yo, DG, you need some help with the co-host. We could probably take off something like that. Have two people co-host to where they probably distribute it like that. Have some people request it on one co-host and then the other one. I don't know. Probably work it out like that.
I think one of the people coming up are co-hosting, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Okay, I sent the Queen the invite, so I hope she got that.
Oh, I just noticed a kill died. He's not up here no more.
Oh my god.
Off the stage.
I don't know, I sent the link. Guys, thank you very much for being patient. We're going to get all the questions in, so no worries. Some might have to stay, up past their bedtime. I do apologize. This is a Twitter Space issue, not our issue, but we're working through it.
I mean, everybody on their holiday break anyways. I think, you got children staying up, getting on their parents' nerves right now, so I think they're cool with it.
Forgot about that. Andrew, can you put on some elevator music, something that Akil would listen to for the time being, so the crowd can enjoy themselves?
Okay, I will. Yeah,
guys, listen. Go get some popcorn. Get some refreshments.
Go
for it, Dom.
I was gonna say everybody tweet out the space as well. They want me to play music. Okay, hold on.
Dave, if you haven't already, if you can search their ads or their names under the co-host section, it should pop up, or under the request section, it should pop up if they requested. Queen, if you're currently listening, if you can,
she got to reset. She has to. If you can't see anybody in the room, if you can't hear anything, just reset. Just reset Twitter in general. Just reboot it completely and come back in.
Queen, if you can send David a DM if you're listening to this via Twitter, and then David can send you the link directly to the space in Twitter.
Request. I'd really appreciate it because that would literally allow us to bring up the team. So if you can unrequest, we'd appreciate it. There's a lot of people that are requesting, guys, just unrequest.
You follow the whole team, right, Forte?
I do, yes, I'll buy it.
Just make Forte a freaking co-host.
I can't,
so
because I got to step down after, and if I can't come back up, which is probably really likely, prefer not to. I can't even see a kill if he's trying to request, or if he's even in the space, let alone that.
Akeem, was it easy for you when they sent it through DM?
Actually, when I clicked on it, it didn't say, join as a listener or speaker, so it's just flooded, bro. I think it's really packed.
Okay, Dave, if you can find Queenie, her at is uppercase QUEEN uppercase E.
Drew, can I ask you a question, Forte?
What's up, Dave?
All right, what do you think I'm doing right now?
Evidently nothing.
I'm doing nothing, right?
Yes.
This is like, where's Waldo? Like, do you understand? Like, there's
I can
people.
I can imagine. We've had this issue before. I can imagine. Yes.
Jesus. I just asked people to not request.
You know they're gonna troll your ass.
They definitely requested 2 times. They did request unrequested, then probably did the same thing. You will be played with tonight, DG. Just suck it up.
Yeah. I'm trying to literally. I can't find it. It's okay. Technical difficulties. It's all good.
Dom, if you could play some music, not that loud, we'd all appreciate that. Guys, in the meantime, as said before, anything David, myself, Dom, Keem, or any members of the Sheep team say, nothing is taken financial. Nothing's to be taken in a financial, sort of light. We just provide entertainment as well as educational information.
Let me say it for you. Nothing is financial advice in here. These are just questions that will be posed to the Sheep team. Period. Said and done.
Is that
Dom, did you get the invite for co-host or no? Dom, just the unmute button fell off. All right. Maybe
Well-
that was gonna happen. This is fascinating.
Interesting word you picked there.
Can you guys hear me?
So I don't. Yeah, okay, I see you.
Oh,
Now
there
you're
you
good.
go. All right, so can you find her or no?
All right, so I'm looking for Queenie, right?
Yeah.
It's like 4th and 1, man.
But Dom didn't play much, so
That's
I didn't get it done.
Never mind. Hope Dom sees her. So hold on, the regular
Queenie
media-
is verified, right?
No,
No.
she's not.
Send me what her hat looks like, Andrew.
Okay. I'm gonna send you her profile, Dom. Is that good?
Yeah, that'll do.
Okay. Let me grab her. Dom, be sure to follow her as well. I think that might have something to do with it.
I got you.
I'm gonna text it to you, or I'll send it through Twitter. Probably
Through Twitter.
Okay. Yeah, I sent you her profile. Guys, once again, we do thank you for your patience. My apologies on behalf of my team for the technical difficulties that occurred because of you guys and the crazy support you guys have for Sheep. Shout out to you guys for it. I will say it is a good thing. It is a good problem to have. We'll keep it at that. It is a great problem to have.
It's crazy. Twitter Spaces didn't have this problem when it first came out. All of a sudden, this problem is happening with Shiba in attendance. I'm thinking this might be Jack going ahead and hexing the room.
All right, she's invited.
They're all in delays. You'll know that in about 20 seconds.
I'm getting reports that the Bitcoin chat had no problem today. It had absolutely no problem today, and they had a lot of people there. So
Well, Dave, the Bitcoin chat did get the 10,000 people.
Yeah,
that's true. Also, those are facts as well.
I believe the maximum, or it was yesterday or today with Michael Saylor, I believe it was like 5,000-6,000. We because of, well, I can't even say we, they, us hit double. Hey, Queenie.
Finally.
It's nice to hear your voice after 29 minutes.
Yes,
Thank you for
I
coming.
was here from the start.
Who else do I need to invite, Queenie?
Nobody, it's just me. I've got Traco in my DMs with the rest of our team ready to stand by. I am the speaker for Shiba. So, feeling a little bit awkward, but glad to finally be in. Because, oh my. Just a couple of things. Don't speak request. I think all the ones I've seen. No. So, just a thing, heads up in the future. Now that we know.
You gotta check your audio a little bit because it's in and out.
Is that working?
Give me a check 1, 2.
Check 1, 2.
I hear you, but you break up a little bit at the end. It's a little bit choppy.
Yes, I did have to resort to a sort of backup audio setup. It's been a nightmare.
Yeah.
Hold on, we're gonna fix this. just bear with us again. Like again, spaces don't usually do these numbers, but
Sorry if I just killed everything.
Queenie, are you using your like speaker on the phone or your AirPods or?
Nope, I've tried several devices.
Queen, let's test that out one more time.
Last resort, is that working?
Perfect. Now we got
A
it.
lot better.
Blimey. Yeah, Bluetooth with a full space, not working.
And to help everybody out, people keep messaging me that they're getting kicked and they're trying to rejoin. Make sure you tweet out the space. When you get kicked, you can just go to your profile and rejoin that way.
Alright, let's get the show on the road.
That's what I'm saying. Let's do it.
So, just because I realised I was broken up before, what I was saying was that I was there the whole time. I just needed a speaker invite, not a listener invite. Because otherwise I was just getting buried.
I couldn't find you. Like, I was literally looking throughout the entire
Yeah.
room, just trying to find you. I went into search. I found some other queen, and I was about to give up, but I don't give up.
Yeah,
So
no, it's okay.
that easy, at least.
Thank you.
But we appreciate you coming here, Queenie, tonight, and obviously representing for Shiba. And people are excited. They've been DMing me the entire week about, getting ready to sit back and listen to, us chat and us throw you some questions about Sheeb. And so, yeah, thank you very much for coming here and taking the time out of your evening to do this.
No, it's actually my lunch break for work, so I'm all good. It's my pleasure to be here, and I'm excited to finally sort of have I described it as a wrap party earlier, to sort of wrap up what we've done this year and who we are as a project, and then answer any questions you guys may have of what's to come.
Forte, are you here?
What's up, Dom? Yeah, I'm here. All right, guys, so I'll start us off. Today we have Sheep. We have Queen representing Sheep. Queenie, once again, thank you for coming. We are the G Media team. Myself, Andrew Forte, Dominic Hamilton, David Goxine, and Akeem Hunt. We thank all the listeners, everyone that's supporting, for coming out tonight. We appreciate everybody here. Once again, sorry for the hold-up. Technical difficulties typically doesn't happen during spaces due to the influx of people that we've had tonight. So thank you for your patience. We have stated a steady number, even though the technical difficulties did occur. So shout out to you guys for that. Once again, I will reiterate this: nothing we say financial advice. We just provide educational as well as entertainment purposes only. And we will give the community some time at the end to request 5 questions from 5 different people. Please, nothing related to price or price prediction. Let's keep it professional, guys. And once again, we thank you in advance for your patience. David, back to you.
All right, Queenie, if you can you introduce yourself to everybody in this room? Obviously, there might be some people that aren't into Sheep, so I'd love for you to go ahead and just elaborate, who you are and what your affiliation is with the project.
Yeah, not a problem at all. So I go by Queenie online and in this space. introduce, I'm Australian, as I'm sure many of you have figured out. I'm 23, and I work in finance, which I'll keep it that vague because it's awfully specific otherwise. My role in the Shiba Token project is I'm a moderator for the Discord, and I sort of help out with a few other projects in the background. But beyond that, yeah, just fighting FUD and educating our members and just keeping the Discord nice and tidy.
So Queenie, evidently you work with Shiba, you are part of the team. So could you kind of tell people that are in here that are quite new? We always have new listeners that come in that trickle in through Twitter and find out there's a huge crypto Twitter section. Could you kind of enlighten us and really take it back? What is Shiba and how did kind of Shiba start?
Yeah, sure. So Shiba Inu started as sort of the brainchild of Ryoshi, as I'm sure many people are familiar with the name. There was a medium published by Ryoshi, and the 3 tokens were created. And essentially, it's a experiment in community building in a decentralized space. It's what happens if I put some tokens with a roadmap and some thought out tokenomics out into the space and just see what people do with it. What could happen? And this is where we are now. It's pretty incredible. And to think that we don't even have I think this is something people don't realize, but our current devs and our project lead Satoshi and everyone involved right now, they're not even the original team. I think maybe one of our oldest is LC, the owner of the Discord. He's probably the only one who's worked, closely with Ryoshi. But yeah, so it's all just one big social experiment that has turned into a phenomenon, and Shiba's an enigma. I say this probably once a week.
That's awesome, Queenie. As I previously said, there are some, a lot of new people in the space that tend to trickle in at any point in time throughout the year. So Shiba is a deflationary token, correct?
Yes, deflationary. We have a capped supply.
Right. So if you can give the people a quick synopsis of what deflationary means and what a deflationary token is and how it works.
Yeah, sure thing. So a deflationary token is essentially a token with capped supply. So there will never be more of the SHIB that we currently have. And it's because of this deflationary aspect that you'll hear so many people jumping up and down for burns. Because obviously the idea is that the more limited the supply, well then, with the demand, the price is going to increase. And so essentially a deflationary token, it's because you're never adding that supply, theoretically, you're never having to factor in inflation for the price of the token.
So Queen, what are some of the better factors of having an inflationary token?
Yeah, so the deflationary token, sort of as I just mentioned, it's about controlling price factors and not diluting the market, or diluting the supply. So obviously, the lower your circulating supply is, then of course, as I said, it's all just demand and supply. So you want a deflationary token. If you constantly have more of it and more of it and more of it, people often see this as a downside because there's no increasing rarity for what you have. There's no chance of, okay, what if everybody in the world suddenly wants to buy SHIB? If we had an infinite supply, well then what you have isn't worth as much. Whereas if it's deflationary, which it is, if it's a capped supply, well then there's only ever what we have right now. Which means if someone wants some, and you've got some, well they're going to pay you more for it because they can't get it any other way.
That was awesome, Queenie. I'm sure people are excited too, and they love, and they
I gave the greatest speech just now again on a muted mic. So, I just wanted to ask you, Queenie, real quick before you go, Forte. It's one of my favorite questions that I post to projects, whether it's on Spaces or it's in the Telegram groups or Discords. What is the utility of SHIB?
Yep. So the utility of SHIB, we see it as two factors, and part of this is actually Shaitoshi's response to this as well, which, as I've said, I've got him here answering as well. The utility of SHIB, so yeah, it can be described in two ways. So it's the utility that we make of it. So of course we've got the staking and the liquidity providing and the farming of tokens with for SHIB on ShibaSwap, which also, you know, you can stake on centralized exchanges as well. So you've got your passive income elements, you've got your payment facilitation. So we've seen shopping.io, now payments, a whole bunch of places around the world, including like restaurants. You've got the Shiba zone in, I believe, Venezuela. All of these places that are accepting SHIB for retail purchases, which is fantastic to see. So that's one element of the utility is, yeah, you've got your passive income and your payment. But as well, SHIB, and this is Shaitoshi's words here, SHIB is it's the proof of what you can do. It shows that even if you are what everyone calls a meme token, even if you've got a picture of a dog, if you start from nothing, and Ryoshi started with nothing, he borrowed the money or was lent the money for the liquidity pool. We've never paid for marketing. It's all organic. Even with all of these factors, you can still build something incredible. We are the 13th largest by market cap. That is insane. In just over a year, less even if you consider the fact that our hype was built from May, really. And so I think that SHIB, it's important. It's an important token to happen in this space because it just shows what you can do. And you don't have to be some, I don't know, hoity-toity altcoin that takes everything seriously. It's just, yeah, the power of community. And as Shaitoshi's just got me to clarify, which is correct, passive income is not necessarily a utility of SHIB itself. Holding it in your wallet will not give you passive income, but leveraging the ecosystem that it's part of, so using it on ShibaSwap and in tandem with the other tokens, that will give you passive income.
Queenie, you mentioned something that was really important before we get to Akil here. You know, my group and I talk about this quite a bit. Do you think some of the success, even a small portion of SHIB, is predicated to the fact that it is a meme coin? And hear me out when I say this. Some companies and businesses brand off animals like Geico. David refers to as an animal, like sheep. They're both animals. You think some of the success comes from the branding of a meme token?
Mm. Yeah, and I often pondered on this in the beginning because I know a bunch of people are probably right now thinking, who the hell is this chick? Why have we got a random Discord mod talking? Part of that is I do spend a lot of my time every day in the Discord answering these kinds of questions. You know, why should I care about a meme token? No one will take shit seriously. It's a dog. You know, this is just a rip-off of Doge. All of those questions, I've answered them a million times. And my answer has always been this. So I think that it was a stroke of brilliance from Ryoshi making it the Shiba Inu image, because the timing of everything with Doge taking off, and let's face it, like most people have heard of Bitcoin. I had heard of Bitcoin before I got into crypto. Everyone has heard of Doge. I've had relatives who don't even use computers tell me that they've heard of Doge. What is this dog coin that people are becoming millionaires off of? And as much as I am not a fan of the copycats and the similarly named tokens, I personally feel that using the Shiba Inu image and leveraging Doge's popularity was just marketing genius. It is what skyrocketed us. Everyone who was missed out on Doge and didn't want to FOMO in at, 60 cents or 50 cents or whatever the price was, well, hang on, here's this token that's just taking off. The article that I saw that made me buy SHIB was, this is the new Doge. I knew nothing about crypto before then, and all it took was me looking at this article being like, well, hey, I've read the Wolf paper. They, a part of it goes to saving Shiba Inus. That's pretty awesome. And I was sold from there. Like, it's just, I don't know. For me, at least, it's something else, and I'm not put off by it being a dog or considered a meme token or anything like that.
So, Queenie, that actually leads into my question.
Mm.
Why brand itself the Doge Killer? You know, why do that when it's literally a stroke of genius to leverage it? But why brand it as the Doge Killer?
That one I don't know. I think perhaps because it's so directly competitive. So, you know, we are an ERC20 token. We are technically fundamentally quite different to Doge, though we may have the same mascot to a certain extent. They're both Shiba Inus. I think the Doge Killer, it's just very out there. It's very assertive. It's very confident, and I think as well, you know, it just played into that leveraging and that marketing strategy to basically just put ourselves right there up on the platform with Doge.
Now,
I like
what I did say. Oh, sorry. What I did.
Pardon?
No, what I did say before you came in was simply, I like the fact that the project continued to put its head down and do the work and build on top of itself to grow and develop into something really special. And they got over the initial marketing plan. So I just wanted to, get that out of the way, though, about why. But I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, of course.
Queenie, can you tell us what Doggy DAO is?
Yeah, sure. So the Doggy DAO, I'll sort of break it down for you.
Queenie, I believe you did cut out. I do see you're up here still, but I cannot hear you. Maybe it's a me problem, but I'm not too sure.
Try to mute yourself again, unmute again.
No, Keem, her mic is on. She might be still talking, but I think she's stuck on the blockchain. Because oh man.
Oh man, yeah. Because I heard it like veer off. So
Yeah.
There's a cool trick that I do to get myself out of the blockchain, and it's like I put on Apple Music, and then when I come into the room, it turns, the audio comes back on. So it's weird. Like,
same effect worked if you just hold down the side button, like if you're gonna talk to Siri. So
That's
she's
it.
off. Trying to invite her again.
It says she fell off, guys.
I sent her another invite.
She's connecting.
Okay. I will re-ask the question. Dom, Dave, is she requesting?
no, but I invited her. So
Okay.
yo, Twitter Space, come on, seriously, you got to get this together, man. And it's not like not just for this, but like we've continued to have trouble with spaces in general. I mean, this has to be fixed, man. Like, I love your platform. It makes it easy for us to all go ahead and chat. But like, if you go to Clubhouse, honestly, man, it's way easier.
Welcome back, Queenie.
On Twitter, it was like, no, too many people.
Yeah, Queenie, thank you for joining us once again. Probably the first time or the last time tonight, I assume. Shout out to Jack Dorsey for leaving Twitter and leaving us with issues since you left.
Yep.
Aside from that, though, Queenie, I will ask the question: can you explain to the people what the Doggy DAO is?
Yes.
There's definitely lots of excitement for Doggy DAO, and if Doggy does mean anything, the DOGGY. If you explain to us what that means as well.
Yeah, sure. I'll get one of the Satoshi or Eric, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think the doggy stands for anything. It's more just we know everything is ship themed. So obviously, like the doggy, we've got the dog park sort of terminology there. Everything's it's ship leash bone, like it's just on theme. So this is actually coming directly from Eric. So he's our one of our lead devs. So as his explanation from the team, which is Doggy DAO it's arisen because we believe in reducing the level of accountability that our team have to place in each other. And it also it deters us from the ability to exert authority and control over certain areas. So it is about making it more decentralized. So the Doggy DAO is going to be released in a stage-by-stage metric, and it will have phases. So the first stage of the DAO is focused on providing immediate power to the community in order to decide which crypto projects and pairs on the ShibaSwap Wolf pools, what they'll be, and how the bone rewards or allocation points will be distributed amongst them. Pardon me. So through the new voting system, the users will be able to distribute their voting power when they're holding T-Bone, which is the staked form of Bone. This is very important, and this is the staked form of Bone on ShibaSwap. So they'll be able to use their voting power and distribute it into their preferred projects. So if you want to support someone who has been brought onto ShibaSwap as a wolfable pair, your staked Bone will allow you to give them that boost of, yes, we want this. You know, I, as the community, as a member of this project, I want this. So the more votes that a pair gets, the more allocation points it will receive. So that means it'll be a higher proportion of rewards. So at the same time, we're going to be introducing new phases through the same screen or portal of the DAO, which would be, so we'll have DAO 2, so phase 2, which will be a system that allows the community to make generic proposals to be considered or reviewed by our multi-sig team. So that's the people within our team who are part of the multi-sig wallet security, and the breeds. So the breeds are our internal departments, if you will, it's a very centralized term, but the breeds are what we just call the groups of people focusing on different aspects of, you know, you've got your growth and you've got your currency and things like that. And so, as you guys may have seen, we actually have our communication portal now, where we've been publishing, we'll be publishing blogs, and all official announcements and communications will be there. So that whole system structure is going to be live on the blog, we hope, in the next few days. So there'll be a big announcement about Doggy DAO. So the T-Bone will be, starting with T-Bone, that'll be in the beta DAO, but we'll also be working on a new contract for the voting system to make it more scalable. So the first phase will technically be considered a beta phase, but a lot more developed than you would normally consider a beta. We just want to be able to get the feedback from the community so that we ensure that things are going as intended.
I believe you answered the question already, but I will ask again if you can kind of give a little bit more watered down version. What is the significance of the Doggy DAO?
Yep, so the significance is that it puts the future of the project and the tokens that we welcome on board into the ShibaSwap environment, it puts the future in the holder's hands. We want it to be decentralized. We want it to be the community has a say. It's not just a group full of people hiding in the shadows making decisions for everybody. It's what decentralized finance is about.
Right on, Queenie. I absolutely agree with you. And you mentioned the blog, and I think that's going to be very important in the near future. Where can the listeners right now, they're currently listening, where can they find the blog and where can they subscribe? Me personally, Queenie, I've already subscribed about 2 hours ago, but I think the rest of the listeners would love to know where they can access that and subscribe.
Yeah, absolutely. We do have links available in our Discord, and I believe it's been shared already. It should be retweeted. What I'll do, I'll get Milkshake, if you could confirm the exact URL for me. I'll share that in a moment. I just don't want to mouth off and say it wrong.
That's awesome, guys. So, be sure to subscribe to the blog. As Queenie mentioned, very important things will be mentioned on the blog and will be, posted on there. So be sure to tap into there and be sure to keep on alerts within the blog.
Yeah. So that.
Queenie, the next thing.
Sorry, I've just got it from it. It's blog. So blog. .shibaswap, one word, .com.
If Milkshake, if she would like to tweet it, I can post it up top here so listeners have very extremely easy access to subscribe.
You said her name was Milkshake?
That is what she goes by. She is our
so queen,
marketing queen.
I know that. Does that make you laugh? I know that makes you giggle every time you say it.
I love the name Milkshake. It's a great one.
No, it's a great name. I just, find it, kind of, humorous. That's a good strategy to relieve some stress.
I gotta say, she really works super hard.
She does. Shout out to Milkshake and honestly all of our growth team and all of our staff, but the growth team especially lately. They have been tireless, working and making sure that even in this sort of dull market space we're in right now with not much movement, they're just constantly pumping out new promotional material, new tweets, just keeping everybody engaged, and it's really inspiring to see. They are just perfect examples of what the community is about.
That's dope. I want to move on to, I want to ask you about Shiba Swap.
Yeah.
If you can go ahead and tell us a little bit about what it is and just break it down for us in layman's terms.
Yeah, so Shiba Swap is, in essence and in the technical terms, it's a decentralized protocol on the Ethereum network. But essentially, it operates the same way as Uniswap or PancakeSwap or all these other ones that you've heard of course with our own spin and our own flavor on it, but it is a place where the ecosystem comes together. It is the nexus of our project. It's where you can swap tokens for other tokens. It's where you can earn passive income by providing liquidity, and liquidity being the pool of tokens that people use to trade. So the big difference with decentralized finance compared to centralized, and this is really important for exchanges, and I will I'll break it down for people who are new. Centralized exchanges, the way they operate is different to swaps like Uniswap and Shiba Swap and all of those. Shiba Swap and decentralized exchanges, they are designed to cut out the middleman. So yes, while you are using a protocol and it feels like you're going onto a portal and it feels like there's a middleman, there isn't. The transactions you're doing, the swaps you're doing, they're peer-to-peer. Someone is providing liquidity for you. Someone is contributing tokens to those pools. If you want to purchase Leash and swap ETH for it, for example, when you give the ETH over, it goes into the pool, and the Leash you receive, someone is loaning that to the pool in exchange for passive income. So that's the way that swaps work and where their utility lies. And Shiba Swap is really all about that we want there to be as much utility and as much interrelation and as much benefit to using Shiba Swap as possible. And that leads into, obviously, many of our projects, such as Doggy DAO, as I just mentioned, which, we can onboard other tokens into these liquidity pools, as we kind of already have with a handful. It leads into Shibarium as well, which is our scaling solution. That is very hopefully inbound very soon, as we all I think we're all dying a little bit at the latest gas fees. But yes, the significance and the importance of Shiba Swap, it really is. It's the glue, it's the sticky stuff that holds all of our tokens together. It's where the tokenomics shine. Oh, can't hear anybody.
David,
Thanks,
for
Reed.
that.
There we go.
Thanks, Reed.
It's okay.
Akil, did you have a question? You unmuted your mic there.
It's always great that I speak into like a muted mic. Like this is becoming a habit.
I thought my Twitch, my Twitter had died again.
You getting old, DG? Talk to us now.
Wow, really shots right now. All right, I got you. Go ahead, Akil. You had a question.
So Queen, so can you tell me about how the hype has actually coincided with the actual functionality of the crypto?
Well, I would say that the hype and the functionality are two separate things, because in my mind, functionality comes under utility, so how it operates. Of course, hype is essential to the success of pretty much any crypto these days. If your crypto goes viral, then of course that's a good thing. But even in the low times and in the bear markets, so to speak, SHIB thrives. We don't need the hype. It's fantastic. It's the reason we haven't had to pay for any marketing. But the core members of this community, and again, I know that I spend most of my time amongst them in the Discord. That is, obviously we have other communities. We've got our Telegram as well. But the people who believe in SHIB, they believe in it no matter the price. They're not in it for the hype. They have realistic expectations. It's just quite often that the hype is the loudest part. And in some cases, and again, this is my personal opinion, in some cases, the hype can be more harmful than helpful. People will spread rhetoric that may not even be possible, or is at least much further down the line than our current objectives.
So with that being said, where does she land in the metaverse? I mean, it's all the rage right now, the word metaverse. Will she land somewhere inside the metaverse?
I believe that Shaitoshi has touched on this previously in a medium. Shaitoshi, I'll get you to maybe word this one for me, because I don't want to put words in your mouth. If we want to give him
really quickly, guys. Sorry, Queenie, really quickly while he's answering in the DMs. I did post a link up top. Shout out to Milkshake for tweeting out the blog link. The blog link is up top, so guys, be sure to click that link and subscribe via email. Really easy process. I would recommend doing it. I myself did it. I'm looking forward to all the updates that you and your team are, moving forward, going to put out.
Ooh, go Milkshake / go growth team.
You still writing it out to you in the DMs?
Yes, so we're just getting some clarification. Also, I just wanted to I'll hark back to Shiba Swap real quick. Part of that, I did mention that it's a hub, right, and it's a nexus of all of our tokenomics and our tokens. And part of that is the upcoming V2, which I, for one, am extremely excited about. And I know that our devs, especially Eric, has been hard at work on that one. If you guys would like, I can give you a rundown if you have any questions about Shiba Swap V2 or if you've even heard of it, because it's something.
Go for it.
It's something that I think sort of flew under the radar a little bit. So the Shiba Swap V2, right? So it's going to be an upgrade, not just to the UI and to make it prettier, but we are essentially turning it into a crypto portal where we're going to encompass stats and trends, news, charts, and basically anything that the community would love to see. We're also trying to get rid of the 2D sort of meme essence of it all and work with something that has a lot more like presence. It's a lot more powerful, and we want to sort of overhaul all of the organization of it, new sections, new graphics, and just basically a total facelift. I think the end goal being it's a one-stop shop for everything SHIB. And when you're there and you're doing your trades and you're checking your liquidity, all of those things, you've just got everything you need right there. So yeah, I just wanted to put that out there.
I want to ask a quick question. There are companies that use Dogecoin to go ahead and promote themselves. Examples would be Axe Body Spray and Slim Jim. Do you have companies approaching you guys to go ahead and use Sheep to go ahead and promote themselves? Or market their brands?
We are approached all the time, to which our response has always remained what Ryoshi's was in the beginning. We don't pay for advertising. We don't pay influencers. We don't pay to be listed. Everything that we have achieved has been people coming to us, people facilitating us. Our marketing wallet hasn't been touched. It's going to be for our projects for sure, but it's not going to be used to pay somebody to list us or pay somebody to talk about us. That's not organic. That's the opposite of what this project is about. The idea.
So if any company comes to you and says, "Hey, we just want to go ahead and we want to have your logo on, want to use your logo to promote, our company," are you fine with that? Like, no money has to be exchanged. It's just like they're just using, Sheep to go ahead and promote their company.
Yeah, sure. That's different, and yeah, we have a whole bunch of different small businesses and individuals within the community who are doing that all the time. Like, we want Shib to spread. Companies, yeah, they can absolutely work with us. We try to select ones that make a difference, and we want to, reward the community. And it needs to, generally we want ones that promote a use case. But the only ones we turn away are either, time wasters who are making a mockery, or people trying to demand payment for it. We don't own a copyright to Shib. Shib is decentralized. It's everybody's.
Appreciate your answer. It's just that because I know, listen, as seen here, the army is really strong, and obviously we're in a decentralized world where companies have, and I use Dogecoin as an example. They've taken Dogecoin and used that towards their benefit. And I named two companies, Axe and Slim Jim, to go ahead and I guess get an audience to look at them again. So I was wondering if anybody reaches out to you guys, major corporations, they reach out to you and say, "Hey, we want to go ahead and use your brand to go ahead and kind of do marketing on our end." So that's cool. I appreciate the answer though.
Yeah, no, that's not a problem. Yeah, we, like I said, approached all day, every day by companies. So I know that's the thing as well. These companies, they've got to get to us before the army do, to be honest. I see it all the time. The army gets to them before us, before they get to us.
Queenie, so my next question, I'm going to address you aside from the team first, if I may. I'll give my personal take here. So I personally believe the metaverse and play-to-earn games, PvP, all that good stuff, I believe it's going to have a huge impact in the crypto space. You can now, be played, for playing said video games, said metaverse game. I think it's going to be absolutely huge, and I think it's going to thrive. And I think a lot of projects are definitely going to be in the top 10 that are currently, doing gaming and metaverse and all that good stuff. What's your personal take on the metaverse, play-to-earn games, PvP games? Before I ask you about the Shiba Inu games.
Sure. My personal, I'm a massive gamer. I'm a big nerd. Anyone who has hung out with me in the Discord has probably seen me streaming games in there, and then being like, "Someone play Civilization with me." So I personally, big fan of games. I love the idea of being paid to play games. I've partaken in a few. There's a few projects that I support that do this, and I am excited to see the future. It's not a new concept, metaverse, but it's something that it is exciting. I was definitely one of the most excited, I think, on the team, jumping up and down when we announced we were doing our game, and the fact that it's an Australian developer, I couldn't be more excited and proud. So yeah, I think it's going to be pretty epic. But yeah, my personal take, I'm pretty supportive of it all. I do think it's extremely overhyped, and we're a long way from any crazy virtual reality that's sort of realistic. But I don't knock it.
Right. So Queenie, I'll kind of ramble a little bit here, then I'll ask about the Shibu game. People that are obviously waiting for the games to be asked. So as obviously, I'll throw some numbers up here. I'm definitely paraphrasing, but I know that esports and what they've done has increased over the past 5-10 years dramatically, and the numbers increase more than, in terms of viewership, increase more than Super Bowl, and that's definitely something to see. As far as I know here, speaking from point of ignorance, I do not know if the quote unquote the normies have come into this space yet and realize that you can actually make a salary and be paid for these games, and when they do, because they will eventually, how do you think that will impact the space, Queenie?
Yeah, I do see it blowing up, but I think it needs to be done right. So if you look recently, Ubisoft tried to put NFTs in their games, but they went about it all wrong. And so it was something that was harmful rather than helpful to the narrative.
Right.
But when you come at it from the direction that we are, I think it's a lot more, it makes more sense. It's a lot more organic. You're saying, you're in this crypto project. Here are the NFTs we've developed. Here is the game we are building for the NFTs. We are not building the NFTs to shill the games. And we're building 2 games, which I don't think many people realize. We are building 2, essentially concurrently. We've got the one by Playside and William Volt. It's all the people who weren't fortunate enough to acquire a Shiboshi, which is our NFT. Then we've also got our blockchain version, and that is the one that will add the utility to the Shiboshis. It's the one that it's the decentralized version. It's for the people who have recognized the potential of these NFTs and this play to earn sort of opportunity. And so, yeah, so Shytoshi he's working very closely with Playside and William Volk. So it will be licensed for mobile and PC. But obviously, the rise of mobile gaming, the iconic Diablo, don't you guys have phones moment, of course, that does make it more accessible.
Right.
But yes, the second game, it will be identical in many ways, but it's going to have the NFTs, it's going to have new gameplay that won't be in the mobile version. And between both of the games, Shytoshi and most of us feel that intuitive Shibians or Shib holders can draw conclusions about the various modes and abilities of the players and the NFTs involved. And what's really important in the game is going to be those original Shiboshis, but also the upcoming card sets. So it is a card game, and the Shiboshis, of course, are the feature, are the artwork of it all. And there will be upcoming card sets, and they're going to be released throughout 2022, which I personally am extremely excited for.
But that's awesome. And my question is, Queenie, will these games between, PC be interoperable with, the iPhone or the Android?
Like whether or not there'll be a crossplay element to it?
Yes, cross-platform, yes.
Crossplay, I think I'll leave that to the experts with Playside and William Volk. Personally, that'd be kind of neat. I think it would be good. But I think as well, it's not the be-all, end-all if it's not. That's my personal opinion. I don't know. It hasn't really been confirmed. But, of course, the blockchain and the mobile game versions won't interact because they're two separate, they're two separate structures, fundamentally.
Of course, yeah. Me myself, Queenie, I am super excited for the games. I used to be a gamer before I, fell in love with other things. I'll say that. I'll say that out bay. But I know Dom and Akeem up here. They are huge gamers. Used to be before we all got a little bit older and had families and whatnot, different career paths. Maybe these guys have some questions they'd love to ask about the gaming. I think gaming is gonna be absolutely huge.
Yeah, sure thing.
Well, I am a gamer, but I didn't have no specific questions. But I can ask, are the NFTs going to be used somehow in the metaverse? Like with a metaverse game that y'all have cooking up? Can you talk about that?
Yeah, so that's what I was just talking about with the blockchain version of the game. So that will utilize our NFTs. So I do have that metaverse response from Shytoshi. So essentially, these are his words, and I'll share them with you. And come on, what's happening here? Sorry. He's just said to me, no comment. But But essentially, like, metaverse it's a ways off. That's sort of our perspective. And like I said before, it's not really our focus as much as making sure that what we've already got developed and what we've already got operating in this space, we want to see those through to completion. So sure, you can talk about the metaverse and all of those elements. Shaitoshi, here we go, he said, I've already said before, the metaverse doesn't impress me. VR worlds and virtual economies are nothing new. Sims, Second Life, add in a blockchain and, oh, it's something fresh. And, yeah. For our metaverse, or if we have one, we're focusing on doing things differently, and by making sure we can integrate everything that makes Shib great while keeping true to what the metaverse could be. So this is an entirely separate element to what's being developed by PlaySide and William Volk, and that is important to note. But essentially, we don't have a metaverse in the works, but if we do, it will be something that fully incorporates Shib. If we decide to go that route, it'll be something that's not about jumping on the hype train. It's about adding utility, adding importance to this ecosystem.
I respect that.
Because there's a ton of tokens that are jumping on the hype train.
That's facts.
Yes.
Yeah, it's annoying. It's annoying to watch, and I go, like I see it. We all see it. Like everybody's jumping into it, and it's just like, what's your rhyme and reason for doing so? And they can't answer the question. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, that was very transparent.
This is very transparent.
Queenie, personal take here as well. I believe that, hot take kind of, I believe that we've been already in the metaverse. We've been indulged in digital reality since, the iPhones and the creation of social media accounts such as Twitter, Instagram, and whatnot. Mm-hmm. People right now have a tendency to care more about their online lives opposed to, the ones in real life. And that transition is going to be absolutely huge. But we've been there for a while, though. It's just taken myself a little bit longer to realize that. But the age of the metaverse, the age of digital life has been ongoing since probably 2013, 2014, in my personal opinion.
Oh, I mean, concepts of it have been around forever.
Right.
I mean, relevant to right now, Matrix series.
Yeah.
Like, the idea of a metaverse, Ready Player One, all of these things, they've been out for a long time. And they see resurgences every now and then. You have the rise of it with The Matrix, you have the rise of it with Ready Player One, you've got, even in, the anime sphere, you've got your Sword Art Online and the massive increase of isekai genre, which is that, pulled into an alternate reality sort of thing. Again, I think it's just far off, and what I've been given from the devs is, in terms of the metaverse and our plans, soon, but I'm not allowed to tell anything more.
Of course, we respect that, and we thank you for the transparency. Mm-hmm. Queenie, if there's anything else that we didn't mention about the Shiba Inu games, Doggy Dao, or Shibarium that you would love to talk about or mention, the mic is yours.
Yeah, sure. So, I mean, we didn't really touch on Shibarium at all, so I'll probably, give some information on that because I see it all the time. It's two questions. It's either what is Shibarium or when Shibarium. So Shibarium is, if you're familiar with Polygon and the Matic network, then you will know what Shibarium is. It is a layer 2 scaling solution to Ethereum. And what it does is that it creates Shiba's a token. It will always be a token. However, we are building a scaling solution that we can migrate our ecosystem onto because, as we know, the Ethereum network is currently suffering from its popularity, suffering from fame. It's choked, it's clogged. They are bringing out 2.0 as quickly as they can, but these things take time, especially to do it correctly. So we believe that it's an appropriate solution to move to the layer 2 solution, which essentially what you do is that you use a separate token, so not Ethereum. You use a separate native token to complete transactions, and this reduces the cost of transactions significantly, like to dollars and pennies compared to hundreds of dollars during peak times, which is fantastic. I've likened it to currently with the Ethereum network, when you want to complete a transaction, it's like purchasing or renting an entire jumbo jet for yourself. And you imagine the cost of that and the waste of doing that. Whereas if we move on to the layer 2 scaling solution, well, then everybody on the Shibarium network, then they are sharing in the cost of this plane trip. They are sharing in the cost of this Ethereum block. So you group all the transactions. Or one. You know, we have sped that up. We know everyone is upset about the gas fees. It makes it really difficult, and SHIB has always been about accessibility. It's not about having money to make money. It's meant to be a solution for everyday people. And so by doing this sooner rather than later, we're retaining that affordability. We're making sure Shiba Swap doesn't get choked out by things that are realistically out of our control. And then later on, we'll still benefit from the sharding of the Ethereum network and the 2.0. So, and the 2.0 upgrade, I should say. So, yeah, it's a big focus of ours. We know the community are wanting it. They want to know straight away, when is it? When's it coming? What date? Well, we're not giving dates because that's when late April happens. Oh, God. We don't want that again. But as soon as possible. And there are so many announcements coming. And 2022, from the get-go, in the next few days even, it all begins.
That's awesome, Queen. You definitely touched upon a lot, and we thank you for the in-depth analysis of a Shibarium. But for those that are having kind of a tougher time digesting any of the information that we mentioned here tonight, where can they kind of I guess take in more information at a slower level, or have time to digest it? Whether the website, the blog, all that stuff.
Yeah. So currently, come to the Discord. It's where the staff hang out. You've got the devs there. They pop in every now and then. I know that most people are like, what the hell is a Discord? It really is just super important. The mediums that Shytoshi has written, even the early ones from Ryoshi, they're all important. They're all fact. They're going to give you more information than word of mouth from what. Okay, I've been allowed to say, drum roll please, this is what everyone's waiting for. We'll shout out.
Don't hit it.
I'll shout out First Word and Alter Ego in the Discord because I know they've been waiting forever. I can confirm that Bone will be the native gas token on Shibarium. You have that in writing, exclusive confirmation. Bone will be used as the gas token on Shibarium. So you want it, we've been saying it the whole time, snap it up while you can, and hold on to it. Of course we'll still use Shib and Leash in other ways on the network. It doesn't change anything about the importance of those tokens.
I'm a little bit ignorant to this. I do apologize. So if you can kind of give the listeners as well as myself some points as to why that is so significant, and as to why people have been questioning / asking for this.
Yeah, why they've been asking.
Yes.
Well, it's because that everyone who has been fully involved in the decentralized element, the full proper project that is SHIB, they're using SHIB original roadmap from Ryoshi and use Bone as this native token. So you'll pay your gas fees in Bone rather than Ethereum is in essence what it means. The extra hype and people wanting to know what on earth should I do is that the unlock dates for 67% of all of the Bone rewards everyone has been accruing, those unlock dates are coming soon, very soon. So having this information means that people can buy in if they plan to. I know plenty of people who are planning to sort of ape in, as it's called, and buy up a lot of Bone. And yeah, I know a lot of people wanted that answer, and I'm really excited that I got to share that with all of you.
We appreciate you delivering.
I was pushing for it. I won't lie.
We appreciate you delivering this message on the platform you guys have given us tonight. So thank you for that, guys. Once again, I will reiterate: nothing Queenie says, my team or myself, is financial advice.
Of course.
Whatever you choose to do with your money is either yours to gain, yours to lose. Evidently, we just provide educational as well as entertainment, and the rest is merely up to you guys. Please do your research, not even to anything.
Speaking of education, I've been told to give a shout out to Uberfacts who are in listening at the moment, which is pretty awesome to see. So that's a message straight out from Shytoshi and Eric as well. So we appreciate Uberfacts being in here. It's pretty awesome. I like seeing so many different people from different areas coming in and checking this out. It's been insane.
Queenie, how do you how do you and your team think you guys have gotten most of the traction with Shiba? Has it come from Twitter? Has it come from mouth to mouth? Has it come from outsourced apps via YouTube, Instagram, stuff like that, Facebook?
It's honestly it's so difficult to even know where it's coming from. The humanitarian effort way back in May. So yeah, it's really difficult to say. It's honestly, it's just the power of community. It's those degrees of connection. It's one person tells one person tells one person, word of mouth.
Right, that was my next question. Thank you for answering that. My next question was, what do you think, in your personal opinion? There's no right or wrong answer for this one. What do you think? How can I word this properly? What are some things that you personally believe can kind of give the upper hand to a project when building for longevity?
What do I think gives you an upper hand?
Yes. What do you think is key and significant when building a project and having longevity within the project?
My personal opinion is that you must have three things. You must be unique. I have a personal rule. I will not touch anything that isn't obviously this project that contains SHIB or EDU or anything like that anymore. There are so many. It's overdone. It's not interesting anymore. I think you need to be unique. You need to be organic. Of course, there's nothing wrong with marketing, but I do think that you will be able to last through bear markets and crypto winters if you have a solid, genuine holder base. And thirdly, you need fundamentals. People need a reason to want to hold the token. It needs to embody DeFi.
Queen, you have just explained a lot of things really eloquently. I just wanted to let you know that.
Thank you. I'm doing my best.
Well, because I think, and I'm going to take it back to the question before in which you were answering kind of what it's like, how things are scaled, how to be using a utility. I think those are important things that people need to really listen to, because that is how you get to measure what your investment will be in any project. And not just, you've taken all the meme tokenism out and you brought back the conversation to, here's the fundamentals, here's how you win.
the devs are feeling, but this one, or rather, not as much detail as the brain one, I should say. So this is a message from Eric. Now, we know that there's a lot of people that come from CDXs or centralized exchanges like Binance, etc., that don't know the whole ecosystem. And so we want to remind you that it's really important to remember that there are 3 tokens in this. It's not just SHIB, there's SHIB, Bone, and Leash. And they can all be purchased through Shiba Swap and also some centralized exchanges. We have managed to have Leash and Bone listed. And again, this is without us reaching out. Plain Bones use case, I've already talked about it. Doggy DAO, it's going to be the gas token, governance token. Awesome. Amazing. Leash, I know, Leash, it's the middle child of the project. It always gets ignored. It doesn't get any love, and I'm sorry. But Leash is going to keep being used in our NFT projects, and soon people will notice a new surprise in the coming days. And so that's why we recommend that you explore the whole project.
We thank you for that once again, Cleany. We thank you and the team and the devs that are dropping exclusive as well as teasers on the platform. We appreciate that very much, as well as the listeners do. To my other speakers, Dave, Dom, Akeem, Akil, have any questions for Queenie, regarding Revolver on any topics that we might have asked or might have not asked up to this point?
I'm on Shiba, and obviously we have a bunch of people, an audience full of Shiba holders, and we appreciate you. I personally, you guys know where I stood when Sheep came out. It was just questions and things that I personally, I just want to address it since everybody's here, so everybody understands. I question everything in the space. It's no holds bars.
Of course, everyone should be skeptical.
You have to. It's my money, and at the end of the day, I'm going to make sure I invest it correctly. Again, not financial advice from my side, just saying that's from my side. The only problem that I had, and I've stated this in multiple Twitter spaces, I just had a problem with the Dogecoin, killer tagline, but it was removed from, Shiba itself, and like I promised in my tweets, I said as soon as that's done, to me it was more so I wasn't open-minded at the time. I said I'd look into the project, and then I started studying it, and I end up being a hodler, and I went, and trust me, anybody who knows me knows I went all in on it. So for me, I really do like the community, and this hopefully, I want that. The end goal is the community should come together, because we come together. It's a different vibe, and we take shit to the next level. So again, I appreciate you coming on here, and I just wanted to address that with the Sheep Army. Because you guys, honestly, man, you're you guys, honestly, man,
everyone's entitled to their own.
God bless everybody.
Yes. No, thank you all so much for having me. So, I believe now would be the time to bring up, we'll have 5 people from the community.
And before we people from the audience, I get blown up in my inbox, or they're talking about, I guess you guys announced a big burn or something. So
no.
If that's not true, okay, that's not true. So there you guys go.
Well, we haven't announced one. We have not announced one. If I was announcing a big burn,
I also want to say, like, guys, if you come up here, just keep the questions
Professional.
at a mature, super mature, man. Like, we don't need like. As soon as if you try to go ahead and come up on here and ask a dumb question, you're getting thrown off a cliff with no parachute, like straight up thrown off. So, we hold mature chats in here, and that benefits the space, and that benefits people that are just maybe entering this room right now and listening in to this conversation, and onboarding people into the space. So, professional as 14 went ahead and alluded. So let's go ahead and bring up our first person. Who goes?
Your question won't be asked.
Okay. We just Queen disappeared. Unless did she disappear, or is it only
she did fall off again? Yeah.
She fell off. All right, I got her.
Yeah. Shout out to whoever replaced Jack Dorsey. Appreciate you. I don't know what the hell's happening tonight. Like, Spaces is just not letting. Number one, now I got a DM full of people just saying like, I can't get in. I'm trying to get in. I want to listen. Guys, you can always replay. We are recording this. You can replay it. You can listen in to this entire conversation once we are done with this chat. Right, Forte?
Yeah, Dave, we can. No, I was going to say, for those that are having issues, entering the space, Dom, myself, Dave, the entire Sheep team did tweet out the space. So if that's the issue, be sure to search them up on Twitter and enter that way. There are some issues regarding that, but if it's not seen at the top, just be sure to search up one of the speakers that are up here, as well as the Ship team, and the link is very accessible through that method. Bianca, how are you doing in the meantime?
I'm doing good. I'm ready with my question whenever Queenie's available.
Awesome. Thank you for your patience once again.
Are you a Sheep holder?
Yes, I've been holding since February.
Cool. And what made you want to jump into Sheep?
I saw a bunch of things that they were working on. Oh, she's back.
Is she? I don't even see. Yeah, why am I on such a? Yeah, I gotta call my carrier, and I don't see nobody.
Okay, so I'll jump in right with my question since I know there's probably more people waiting.
Right,
so my question to you, Queenie, I'm not sure if you would be somebody who knows this, or if this might be too much information to release, but I'm curious if Sheep, and if they are, will there be a burn implemented in each purchase that is acquired with each domain?
Yeah, thank you so much for that question. That's actually, I'm quite refreshed to hear something that I wasn't expecting. Whether or not we're planning to release a Web3.
It's okay. I get trolled by my own staff.
This is also true. Yeah, this is also true.
Forte wears a really high socks.
Dave, let's not get into this right here. Let's not do this in front of 7,000 people.
Okay. Okay. Sorry. The message from Eric specifically. I'm not starting this war. This is from Eric. Tell them we changed our name. We're not the Dogecoin killer. We did flip them. Actually a few times. And I firmly believe we'll do it again. That's my personal opinion. Whether or not the
Is this, hold on, Queenie, can I ask you a question? Is this in fun, ask Eric and ask everybody, is this fun banter? Like, is this, to you guys, is this just fun banter?
The whole, the
really,
Dogecoin conversation?
Yeah. Is it really like, oh, we really, despise them, or is it just fun banter?
Oh, no, it's absolutely just banter. no, well, at least for me personally.
I apologize, Queen. Right, so he takes
No. You know, I have to ask these questions because something that it's serious, and you have people that take this way too serious. And they're just I'm gonna keep this chat piece. See, but
the next person being 2. While you bring the other person up, I'd like to personally thank the Shiba Army. You guys are absolutely crazy. We went trending again, as seen on Twitter. I believe it was the 12th or 13th trending thing under my TL. So shout out to you guys for doing it literally the 3rd time within 10 minutes.
no, we were actually trending number 1.
I think my mic disconnected a little bit, but I will reiterate. It's a healthy rivalry between us and Doge. We don't have it out for anybody except for scammers. Nice. Scammers can burn.
All have it out.
So no Tupac and Biggie types.
Oh my God! Here goes.
Yeah.
Dom, what was the competition? The competitions, the quote that you were taught in football when you were a punter.
Go hard or go home.
No, wasn't it competition breeds excellence or something like that? You should know, man.
Oh, competition. Yeah, there you go. Competition breeds excellence. Playboy, what's up? Are you here, Playboy?
Oh yeah, I'm here.
What's up, man? You got questions?
What's going on? Yeah, I just wanted to know, pretty much, when would Shibarium when will it be released? Like, is it in the next couple of months or?
The release of what, sorry? Or was that for me?
Shibarium? Mm-hmm. Yes.
As soon as humanly possible.
Okay.
So I did allude at the start to some more information. In the next few days from just how you disappoint people.
There's tons of negative things that are said, and I believe that if there's no date and things get put out when it's humanly possible, like you said, that's definitely a great thing for the community as well as a great thing for the team.
Yes.
My personal take there.
Yeah, I mean that's true. I mean I seen that happen to St. Thomas, so yeah, I get it.
Yeah, and from speaking to the devs and from seeing everything that's going on in the background, and you got to remember it's really only a handful of people at the end of the day working on this million holder project, and we work on multiple projects concurrently.
Right.
So also, Bianca, I haven't forgotten about you. I will come back to your question in just a moment. I've got that response now. But yes, Shibarium will be as soon as we possibly can. I would be extremely surprised, and this is my personal speculation, in 2022, if not the first half of 2022. But
okay.
I won't. Don't take my words as gospel, because we all know how development goes. It could be anything.
I get it.
Yes. Bianca, the answer to your question. So, our Web3 solution, or our potential Web3 solution, is going to be ShibaNet. That's still currently in development, and it does all tie together with everything else. But we don't really have much more detail that we can share on that at the moment. Sort of the Doggy DAO, Shibarium, ShibaSwap V2, Shiba Inu Games, those 4, they're kind of our main focuses right now, and that's why they were the hot topics for this one. But it is on our radar. ShibaNet, yes, still coming, still being a thing. Web3. It's
okay, cool.
It's all in mind. It's being audited. There you go. I have confirmation. ShibaNet is currently undergoing audit.
Se escucha mal porque me abrí el micrófono.
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
Okay, sorry.
Thank you.
Okay, sorry.
Thank you.
Or similar to what NBA did, the NBA.
I'll have to wait for confirmation on that one. Sorry, go ahead.
So yeah, so that is my question. So if ShibaNet is going to be that, then great. But essentially, what I'm asking is if Shiba's going to be releasing their own domains, where I'll be able to go in there and purchase my Bianca.Shiba address, and if
Yes.
I do,
Yes.
will there be a burn process implemented per purchase? I think that would be smart if you guys would implement that.
So yes to the first part of your question. Yes, we will have a similar domain functionality like ENS. So you will be able to go in and purchase that. So the way that's all going to tie in together is going to be something else. As for the burn aspect, I don't know. That hasn't been confirmed, or at least I'm not at liberty to say if it is. But I can confirm that ShibaNet is in audit, and you will be able to purchase a similar sort of ENS, or similar to ENS, I should say, domain.
Okay, thank you.
That's all right.
Alrighty, Marcy.
Hey, hello guys. How are you guys doing?
Hey, Marcy, thanks for coming up. Thank you for your patience, man.
Thank you. Sorry, I had the mic on because I'm doing a live thing. I have more than 2,000 people listening here, and I'm trying to translate everything. I know you mentioned that there was going to be 2 games. I just want to know if those 2 games are going to be play to earn. I don't know if you mentioned that.
Sorry. Version of the game will be play to earn, because that's how we'll be utilizing NFTs.
So there's going to be one play to earn and the other one is not going to be play to earn? Or both?
Oh, okay, sorry. So they... okay, sorry. It was just being a little muffled. So your question, just so I can reiterate, mentioned 2 games. Are those 2 games going to be play to earn? Yep.
Yes.
So there's one an answer. I've got Shaitoshi. He's saying, sorry, I think I've got mixed responses from the devs here. Okay, so he's saying you'll have one game that's like every other game in the App Store, which will have the in-app purchases for the mobile. So that'll be the mobile game one. The NFT version, it'll be different, and you'll see. The blockchain version will be play to earn, though. Sorry, I can confirm that. I got led on a little bit of a goose chase there. That's okay.
Okay, thank you.
Also,
So,
sorry, continue.
Marcy, you still here, man? Yes, you're good now.
I think I've been through about 4 different headsets. My question is, when Twitter Spaces PC mic support? Because, Jesus. Please.
Sooner, hopefully, than later.
Yes. Anyway, so to add on to Bianca's question, I have got confirmation now that everything from now is going to have some form of burn functionality, except for the games. The games won't, like both of the games, they will not have a burn functionality attached. The rest of our future ones, for future projects, will.
So, Queen, hold on. So, this is the third exclusive / teaser. I think David might have fallen off his chair. David, are you okay?
I am okay. Do not compare me to Kill. I am still relatively young. I am just blown away that we are getting the exclusives here tonight. Queenie, please let your entire staff know. Keep coming with it. It's perfect. Just keep announcing all these exclusives. I'm hyped right now.
Hey, is it really an end of year wrap party if we don't get to drop some exclusives and make everyone hyped for the new year?
You know what? And I appreciate you guys coming on here, and especially you coming here and just dropping these little gems for the community and taking on questions. Like some of them might have an honest AMA. And not like one that is set up to go ahead and give off softball questions.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, we want to educate. Like at the end of the day, we want people to get educated.
And I will just say, because this is me observing from the Discord, because I can't forget my Discord pals. I did see someone who seemed a little bit confused, and maybe a few people. So, with the confusion with Shibarium, I will just reiterate, everything we currently have, all of our infrastructure, that will migrate over. So it's not like there'll be no use for Shib or Leash on Shibarium. It's purely just that the gas token you'll be paying is Bone. So you're not losing any Shib, and you're not using Leash for it. They've got their own purposes. You will still be able to use Shiba Swap and stake and get all your liquidity sorted. That's fine. That's all going to be the same. Just because I did see some confusion there, so I just want to reiterate. And as a last comment, just to sort of wrap things up, we do have a big surprise when we enter 2022. So that is going to be the last little tidbit that I drop. There is going to be a
number 4.
Peter, are you okay?
No, I hesitated. You guys are awesome. Thank you for dropping the jewel. Seriously, it's not even, not just dropping it on, obviously this AMA, just in general for the community, because, I know the army is like, I read the comments. They're always, talking about like what's coming next and having these kind of gems drop, man. I know how it feels to. I know how excited a community can get when they hear stuff coming out from a protocol. So big up to you, Queenie, and the entire staff for dropping them.
Yes, no, thank you. And also, realistically, I'm just the one who got to be the voice today. The team themselves, they work incredibly hard. And everything we do, it's for this project, for this community, and just to realize this, the enigma that is Shib.
You're doing a fantastic job, and we appreciate you and the team for doing all this. Regarding what's going on with the team and all that good stuff, be sure to register.
Yep.
So second last question, we have Dan, which is the fourth question. We have one more after that. Queenie, before we get to Dan, thanks for your patience, Dan. Queenie, for those that have, other questions that won't be able to ask the questions tonight, where could they ask those questions moving forward?
Discord. Come to the Discord. We've got a wealth of knowledge, and we're always eager to share what we can.
Perfect. Thank you, Queenie. Dan, we thank you for your patience. What's going on, my man?
Hey, y'all. Well, thank you so much for having me up here. I do appreciate it. And thank you guys so much for the devs for everything you've been doing and the community. So wonderful to see such a strong community supporting this awesome token. My question is pretty simple. I know y'all have 2 mobile games coming out. Me, who, I grew up a PC gamer and then a console gamer. Are y'all thinking about coming out with any PC or console games in the future that can utilize the SHIB token in any way?
Yeah, so that first, the blockchain and the mobile game, mobile game's probably not the best code word for it because it will be PC compatible. Whether or not we get anything in the future, well, I mean, me personally, I'm going to be pushing for something crazy because I love games. But just initially, what we've got announced, we've just got the 2 versions of the similar card game. And yes, that will be mobile, but it will also be PC.
Yeah, for sure. I see so much utility in the possible, future of what SHIB can do, especially when you have games like, let's say, Diablo 2 or Path of Exile, where they can use in-game currency to purchase items, like being able to use SHIB to purchase in-game items, or games like Fortnite and Battle Royale games where people are spending, these are billion-dollar industries where they're putting, tons and tons of money into skins. I've thought about, having an in-game currency of SHIB to...
Yeah, well, look, it's all part of the picture. Like the whole, the message that I've been doing my best to convey all night is really just that everything about SHIB is about Shiba token. The way everything interacts, we don't make something that doesn't tie into everything else. So if we announce something, it links to something else. If we create something new, it still ties back to everything else. So. Yes, is my short answer. I'm sure there will be utility for the tokens in the games, and as I've mentioned, the little teaser that we did get was Leash will continue to be tied into the NFTs, and there's an important, sneak peek coming, important news. But yes, we do everything we can to ensure that the love is shared across SHIB, Leash, and Bone as much as possible.
Dan, you have any more questions? Or are you content? Oh, too late. You already brought them down. All right, guys, last question of the night. But we do apologize. There is, I can't imagine the requests that are coming in. Unfortunately, fortunately, I can't see. So there are tons of questions. Like Queenie said, be sure to hop on the Discord and the devs and
But unfortunately, we only got 5 here.
Yeah. I'm always open to answering questions, and that is why I keep harping on about the Discord, because it's kind of where I live. But anything I can explain or anything I'm allowed to share, I will.
Hi there. Yeah, I'm just wondering, since now the bone has been confirmed to use as a gas, and we know that it's going to take some time to mine all this bone. My question is, what will happen to this bone, that is being used as a gas? Are we talking about scarcity in the future with bone? Because I know everything is related to sheep. On the work, is it going to be just like Bitcoin after a couple years, let's say 10 years after mining? Is a scarcity going to happen?
Well, I'll as for the way, like, what will happen to Bone, pardon me. As for what will happen to Bone, I'll wait for a dev response on that one, just so the intricacies can be explained. But in terms of scarcity, Bone won't finish minting. All of the details and give you guys the nitty gritty. Those details will be shared, of course.
Great. Yeah, just thinking about the ahead generations coming up, because we know she's never gonna die. So
we are all Ryoshi.
thank you.
I was speaking all night. You guys probably sick of me, but that's okay. I'm sick of my own. Voice too sometimes. The love we received tonight from the team as well as from the community. You guys have done a great job. So both you guys for coming out and showing out. My team and I can speak for them when I say we do appreciate everybody coming out tonight. You guys did an amazing job. Queenie, you do have the last mic. If there's anything else you'd like to tell us moving forward.
Just I'm climbing up right at the end now. Just that I appreciate everybody, all of the support from the community. To be representing the community and the team in this space, and I'm just really excited for 2022. I can't express how optimistic and passionate I am about this project, and it's just something else, something to look forward to. There's just always so much happening and so much developing, and I just want to say a massive thank you to every single person who has chosen to purchase anything, to hold and to fight FUD and to spread knowledge and just basically stick it to the mainstream centralized.
Extremely proud of you, as we all are. blogs.shibaswap.com link. Be sure to subscribe, follow that.
Mm-hmm.
Be sure to enter Discord, as Queenie did mention.
Yes, and as we enter the new year with, well, all of the things that have been alluded to, you can catch us again in another AMA, and that'll be on the 22nd of February 2022, and it'll be with Watcher Guru. So definitely put that one in your calendar. I think we'd be glad to have everybody here. We are present in Discord, Telegram. Those are our two sort of main ones. There's also Reddit as well. We've got communities yeah, basically everywhere. I think I saw a Shiba Army Steam group the other day. So, yeah, the main places for legitimate information, I would say, though, they're the Discord and the Telegram.
Awesome, Queenie. Dave, back to you.
Again, I just want to say thank you very much. We appreciate you coming on today, and we hope that everybody enjoyed this AMA. Hope you learned something. If you haven't, the links are available for you guys to go ahead and check out Sheeb and educate yourself on it. I did have one question, but I won't. But I'm gonna be like, when's Robin Hood?
Yes, sir. Have you seen the image floating around? That what happens when you search Shiba.
I haven't seen it. I was like, when Robin Hood now?
As soon as their wallets are ready, my personal opinion is it's inevitable. That's pretty much what I'll say. And yes, my little hint, I say hint like I have any idea when they're going to do it, but my little fact that I noticed was that people, if you type in Shiba into the Robinhood app, it does indicate something. We don't know what yet, but yeah, I think it's
Is that
we don't know. But yeah, I do think it's inevitable. As soon as their wallets are ready, I don't see why they wouldn't.
Cool. Queenie, appreciate you. Thank you so much. Andrew Forte, even though you dress, I know I'll take you out. I already told you I'm going to take you out to New York City.
Thank
you very much. I know you had to cut your way in here. Wink, wink. Dom, no, I appreciate you being up here tonight. And everybody else. Akeem and Akil. Akil went to sleep early tonight. Usually past bedtime after that. But yeah, thank you very much, everybody. And I hope you guys stay safe. Happy holidays and a happy new year. Let's rock and roll in 2022.
Yeah, thank you all so much.
you guys. We appreciate you all.
Bye.
Alright, well, I'm glad you guys made it through that entire thing. Look, there was a lot of information in there that was extremely long. Oh my goodness. I saw all of your guys' comments. I tried to listen to every single thing that was being in there. So if you want a quick summary of what was going on, they're working on a lot of projects right now. Clearly, they're not telling us everything that they're doing, but a lot of things that people are interested in. Everybody wants to know about a burn from the Shiba Inu developers. That is not going to be happening. They said there are no planned burns in the works right now. Nothing going on with that. Talking about, I guess we'll just go in order. So Shibarium, moving over to their level 2 blockchain. That is going to be one of their main focuses, and that's going to help a lot with the gas fees and everything they got going on there. She tried to make some analogy about how it's going to make things a lot cheaper. I didn't really care for the analogy too much, but it's going to be good when that's finished up. If you're looking at Shiba's swap, that's where they've got all these different things where you can get bone and leash and your Shiba Inu coin, and go back and forth and either stake your, I guess, bury your bones or in all that stuff, stake your Shiba Inu coin and things like that. That is going to be moving over to the Shibarium as well. And Bone is going to be very important going into the future because Bone is going to be what pays the gas fees in Shibarium or in their level 2 blockchain. So that is another, I guess, I mean, they were calling them like exclusives that she was dropping in there. I don't know if they're necessarily exclusives or not. Talking about the games, okay? There's two different forms of the game. One's going to be strictly mobile, and that's going to be like any other app you guys see on the App Store. You're going to get it. You can do like in-app purchases, all that good stuff. And then the second one is on the blockchain. That will be play to earn. That has nothing to do with play to burn. There will be play to earn in that game, but not play to burn. So that was another important thing that she dropped out there. One of the things that people did get excited about was anything that they... okay, so I guess I'll summarize it this way. Somebody was asking about, like, ShibaNet, okay, which is going to be, like, Web3. And you're going to be able to get your Shiba Inu domain names if you would like one of those. And Dwight, man, thank you very much for the super chat. Absolutely appreciate you. And everybody that was sending super chats during the thing as well. I didn't want to interrupt what was going on. But I appreciate everybody for being in here. And if you did click the subscribe button, all that good stuff, thank you very much. But ShibaNet, so you will be able to purchase your Shiba Inu coin domain names if you want. And there will be a burn mechanism associated with that. So they did say anything moving forward that is going to be developed. Now, moving forward, if it's already in the works right now, it may not have any sort of burn mechanism hooked up to it, and these purchases may not burn coins. But whoever she was typing to over there, whoever Satoshi is that was giving her answers, was confirming that moving forward, developers will include a burn mechanism with all of the, I guess, advancements in the Shiba Inu ecosystem. P83, 1983, hiya! Thank you very much for the super sticker. Hiya! Thank you very much for the super sticker. And hiya! Thank you very much for the super sticker. Appreciate P83. And then, finally, I think they just announced, two more things. They did say that there was going to be a surprise early 2022. I don't know if they're just trying to keep you around and keep you hanging and what the deal is with that. There will be a surprise early 2022. And then the thing that she mentioned about Robinhood, I'm not going to stay up too much later, guys. I got to go to bed. But if you want to know what's going on with Robinhood, I actually released a video at 7 p.m., so about 4 hours ago. I posted a video explaining exactly what's going on with Robinhood right now. But COO of Robinhood Crypto was very active on Twitter today talking about the fact that their alpha testing stages with their crypto wallets are done. They got great feedback. They're starting the beta testing phases mid to late January. Now, that does not mean that they will be releasing their wallets mid to late January. It's still a testing phase and so on. So knowing that, you can also go in now and search Shiba or SHIB on Robinhood, and it returns results. So the results that it returns are gift crypto to your family and friends or something dumb. But, at least it has a return. Robinhood is recognizing that people are out there searching for Shiba Inu coin, searching for SHIB, and they want to see something. Robinhood developers have put that in their app. So at this point, it is still speculation. She says she can't understand why they won't add it. Robinhood does things that we don't understand all the time. So remember that as well if you're looking for Robinhood to list it. Overall, guys, I understand the feedback on the AMA. They asked me anything. They did have a lot of problems at the beginning. It did seem like it was a little bit unorganized. But at the end of the day, man, they didn't have to do this, I guess. So they put it on. They had some... I don't know if we got too much information from it or not, but I'm glad they did it. And I think that they're going to be better prepared for the next one. I'm sure they're going to get a lot of feedback about the AMA, and I'm sure they're going to be better prepared for the next one. So keep an eye out for that. Dylan, my man, thank you very much for the super sticker there. Appreciate that suitcase. But all right, guys, look, until the neck beard. Yeah, Steve Danger, what's going on, Steve Danger? All right, let's see here. And now's the time to buy before the burns and the price goes up. Yeah, look, guys, hopefully, like she says, 2022's got a lot in store for us. We didn't get a ton of information, but hopefully that little summary there is going to be just fine, and we can move forward, I guess expecting the best, okay? Because this AMA, I would have expected a little bit more out of it. But hey, you know what? First time, we get that out of our system. Second one's going to be even better. All-nighter. No, Steve Danger, we are going to bed now, my man. All right, good night, bro. Yes, guys, don't forget to click that subscribe button. Get your name in the chat right now. We'll get a couple shout-outs going, and then we will be back tomorrow morning, so make sure to check back for that. I hope all of you guys have a good night. Justin, you get some sleep too. Freddie, man, thank you very much. Hope you have a good night as well. All good stuff, guys. All good stuff. We'll be back in the morning. Thank you so much for hanging out, listening to the AMA, all that good stuff. And let's get the shout-outs going. Dwight, man, B.O., Shinsu, Steve Danger, Freddie, MTBR, Fast Break, Brian, Roger, Rich, Justin, SD, thank you very much, man. Fast Break, John, Nando, Shitsu, Steven, Adet Crazy, White Boy, Andrew, Saif, Irishman, Freddie, MTBR, Matt with a T, Goodnight SD, Mr. Normacy in 12 hours. Absolutely, man. I will see you in 12 hours. Ned TGIF Kids, Della, shout out to you, Andrew, Raleigh. Thank you guys so much for being in here. Saif, MTBR, Justin, peace out to you, my man. All right, if you guys want to say it with me, say it with me. Until the next time. Hope to each and every one of you have an awesome day.